Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors. My name is Chris. It's November 12th, a beautiful Friday morning here in Westlake Village, California. And with that said, I do want to talk about Bitcoin making new all-time highs this week. And yes, we're having a little pullback today, which I expect is mostly a leveraged washout, a liquidity grab. And I do want to cover some rather bullish news. Neuberger Berman, which has $405 billion in assets under management, just put out a report, and they put it out, I think, a few weeks ago, but it's pretty amazing. And basically, they covered Bitcoin, digital assets in general, and I got to read you the first line of it, okay? It's a four-part series. It's Bitcoin, a cornerstone digital asset. I think this is part 4. You can check it out here. No, this is part 1. And here's what it says. Several competitors have emerged to challenge Bitcoin and its blockchain over the past decade, but here's why our options team believes the original digital asset is the only genuine digital asset. And look, it's on their website, nb.com. You just type in Bitcoin in the search bar. This is very well researched, and it's just saying, look, competitors have emerged to challenge Bitcoin, and hey, we believe Bitcoin is the only real digital asset in the entire crypto industry, which boils down to the Bitcoin standard, and it's the only really real digital property. And this is a company that is worth, $400 billion. They got $400 billion of assets under management. And the report got published October 27th, so just about 2 weeks ago. And I just thought this was incredible. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below. I highly recommend you read it. But let's jump in, first things first, to our underlying market dynamics. We got Bitcoin dominance hovering still at a 43 here, which we do expect is going to head up if this is going to be a macro low here. We got the fear and greed index still at a 74, so we expect this to get much, much higher before we run into any trouble. And, we're hearing a lot of news. I had a lot of people ask me yesterday, what is a double top? Which Bitcoin never in its history has had a double top, and that's on a weekly schedule. So what a double top would look like, I'm just going to take off a few of these things here. A double top would look like if we came back to the all-time high here, right, at 60,000 or 64.5, right? We get rejected and come back down. But we've already had a weekly closure, and that's a candle body, not a wick, above the all-time high, and we just had a wick above the all-time high. So Bitcoin, as you can see, has never had a double top, right? So that was the last high at call it 19,000. As we reapproached the high, right, if we had gotten stopped out here and rejected, that would have been a double top. But no, Bitcoin kept on marching it up. And if you want to look further back on Bitcoin's price action history, you can look at the symbol BLX. It has the longest recorded history. And you can see no double tops. So here would have been our last, or the prior double top in 2013. If it would have came back down, never happened. And here's this one back in 2013, never happened. So on a macro schedule, Bitcoin has never had a double top. Again, we're making higher lows and higher highs on all the major higher term time frames, which leaves me with the bullish bias to the upside. But back into what else I want to cover today. Our top 5 best coins. Decentraland, right? That's up 27% today. Algorand 11%. Sandbox 10%. eCash up 5%. iCoin up 3%. So 2 of the big metaverse coins taking a big run today. Looks like they look pretty healthy. And then back onto Bitcoin. And so what I would say here is, as long as, again, we're closing dailies above, what we did say is, as long as we were closing dailies above 65,000, we'd expect, continuation higher. Any kind of a closure below 65,000, we were going to test the high side of the breakout of the range, and that's completely fine here. If we do get a 4-hour closure below 63,000, I will be looking for a move down back to the low side of the range around 60 or 58,000. But overall, again, at this 4-hour area, we'll hold here at 63,000. It looks like we are getting a few drives of what's called hidden bullish divergence, prices making higher lows, and that's if we can get back above 65,000. That would give us confirmation of hidden bullish divergence. So again, going to be macro bullish, right? As long as we are closing dailies above 58,000 right here, the green 55, we're going to be macro bullish, looking for our long-term target to get hit at about 76,500 and maybe continuation up to 80,000. So as long as we're closing, again, dailies above that $58,000 pivot, I'm still going to be macro bullish, looking for those targets to get hit. And that's it for Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Moving on to Ethereum. And are we going to make it to 5,500? Let's take a look on the 4-hour here. And with this 4-hour closure below 4,600, I am looking for a move down to about 4,400. If that breaks, 4,150. So again, our long-term target of 5,500 coming off the weekly fib retracement, which I had this up from the other day. The long-term target, we're looking for this to play out somewhere. If we're playing bodies, right, from candle body to body, that gives us our target at about 5,500. If you play it off of the wicks, right, we can get a target, up to 6,400. That's a long-term target. We're talking over the next 3 to 6 months. That's it for Ethereum versus US dollar. And last thing I want to touch on here is Solana, which again, Hogan made a great video yesterday. Hope you got a chance to check it out. Covers the problem, the solution, and the tech, and the tech they're using to bring the product to market. And he is our esteemed tech guy, so go ahead and check that out. But Solana on the daily, and what's the next move? As long as Solana, again, is on the daily and we are holding above this 215 pivot, I would be looking for upside continuation, and the long-term picture for Solana to get hit around $450 to $500 over the next 3 to 6 months, and that would be invalidated with any kind of a daily closure below 215. Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. We'll be bringing it back to you next week with some live Bitcoin price analysis. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Take care.